They gathered at 8 a.m. this morning in the parking lot of a grocery store in Haymarket, Virginia.
If you've already checked in, you can go ahead and get on.
Boarding buses for the hour-long ride to Washington, D.C. to join hundreds of thousands of others who had come from all over the country to call for stricter gun control. Seniors Megan Black and Liv Muma helped organize this trip.
As soon as the Parkland shooting happened, we realized that we had to do something about it, but we didn't realize what we could do.
Like so many students in America, gun violence has been a regular part of their school experience. They've practiced lockdown drills since elementary school.
So other generations didn't have to deal with this. They didn't have mass shootings. I mean, Columbine was one of the first big ones in our country, and it hasn't stopped since then.
Muma and Black say they learned about the Parkland shooting that left 17 students, teachers, and administrators dead through social media, watching the raw video coming in through Snapchat and Twitter.
So I was in school watching the videos these kids run out of their high school over the dead bodies of their fellow students. And I just cried and cried, and I came home and cried some more. And so it was a couple days after that when we really started our movement.
Around 10 a.m., the students arrived in downtown Washington, D.C. to join the March for Our Lives. But it wasn't just kids. Parents, teachers, and even political donors joined the march. Ambassador Al Hoffman Jr. is a major supporter of Republicans. But in the wake of the Parkland shooting, he says he will not back politicians who don't support an assault weapons ban and other gun control measures.
I felt that it was absolutely necessary that I get involved. You know, this may be my last hurrah, but I can't give up. We've got to get this under control.
He says if Republicans don't act on gun control measures, there will be consequences in the midterm elections in November.
And I'm a good Republican, but I'll tell you that we're in deep doo-doo if they don't pay attention to this now.
The Parkland shooting has activated the political awareness of many young people here for the first time. This group of juniors from Fairfield, Connecticut, traveled to Washington, D.C. this morning.
Everyone just was signing up. There was not even enough bus room for everyone to come because so many people showed their interest.
They wanted to come.
Yeah.
And for people who have been personally affected by gun violence, they say this time does indeed feel different. Rachel Callahan is a high school teacher in Baltimore. She was a freshman at Virginia Tech in 2007 when a gunman killed 32 people, including a girl who lived on the floor of her dorm. So as someone who has experienced this firsthand, are you hopeful that something might finally change after this?
Yes, because of these students, because of their activism and their vocal outrage on the internet. Just looking at this shows, I think they're gonna make changes.